Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, it's release day at Papertrey Ink, and there's some fabulous new items, and I'm excited I get to share them with you today. We're going to go over the entire release, and then with each of the items, I had created little demo projects to share with you what each of the items can do. So we're going to jump in and get started. We're going to start by going over the stencils. I'm going to put all of this aside. First off, there's a brand new stencil called the Playful Stripe Stencil Collection. There's two stencils in here that are kind of a wonky, playful look to them, and it creates this pattern. I actually stenciled it for you. This is what it looks like. And then we have another stencil that looks similar, but it's definitely different. This is the Perfect Stripe Stencil Collection. There's two in here, and you can see the difference. This one has little wonky playful stripes, but this one has stripes that are just vertical. This reminds me of pajamas for some reason. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of pajamas. So that is the Perfect Stripe Stencil Collection. And there's two in here. There's one more brand new stencil that's great for Father's Day. It's called the Argyle Stencil Collection. There's three stencils in here, and it creates a fabulous argyle pattern. I did it with green inks here, and that's brand new to the shop. Let's take a look at our stamp sets next, and I'm super excited about them. There is the brand new Wild About Mushroom stamp set. This is a 6x8 stamp set, and of course with Papertrey Ink, they have their 6x8 stamp sets cut in half. So there's two 4x6 stamp sets in here. But if you love mushrooms, you're going to love this because there's foliage and a whole bunch of different kind of mushrooms. And they're all layerable, but they're easy layering. They're really fun. There is a coordinating die set to die cut out all of the images and the foliage in there. And then this is what that looks like here. Aren't those mushrooms so cute? They're layering. And the foliage is layered too. It's just really pretty. I just used three of the mushrooms. The ones that I used were this mushroom here. You stamp the stem and then you stamp the top. But the die itself is one piece. Okay, which makes it really, really easy to layer. Same goes with the button mushroom. With the button mushroom here, it's layerable. That's this piece here. It's actually three pieces. Okay, so you would stamp the mushroom base in the coordinating die set, which would be this one here. And then you would layer this, stamp it on top, or add it to the layer here. So it just creates well thought out. And I love mushrooms. I even has a little flower here, a couple of flowers actually, in our stamp set. And that's what this creates. Okay, let's take a look at our next stamp set. Next up, we have the beautiful Towering Trees stamp set. This has 4 silhouettes of some trees in here, and it also has some landing areas or grassy areas that you can ground your trees on. The greetings in here are beautiful. They're long and they're very encouraging. There is a coordinating die set that will die cut out all the trees, the landing areas, and all the greetings also. This is the sample that I created. You can see it on a card base. I used the 2 smaller trees and the greeting that says dance like the leaves. I did use one of the grassy hills here to go behind it too. But that is the Towering Trees stamp set along with the coordinating dies. Next up, this is called the Life's Great Adventures stamp set. This is great for all those adventurers in our lives. I know my mom and dad loved the backpack. I think this would have been great for them. There's a lot of greetings in here that are on the smaller side, but the greetings you can add it to like the ice box. You can add it to the blanket here. There's Let the Adventure Begin. another adventure. Happy birthday. Happily ever after. Goals, congrats. Just a lot of little sentiments that you can stick in these little signs here. On backpacks, on the back of the chairs. Lots of areas to where you can customize your adventure or your outdoor scene. There is a coordinating die set here that will cut out all of the images, and then this is what I created with it. There's two of those camping chairs. You have an ice chest, you have a lantern, campfire. There's even a sign in the back that I stamped dreams and goals on. So that would look pretty fabulous on a card. And that is Life's Great Adventures. Next up we have the lovely sapling frame. I think this is just gorgeous. It doesn't look like there's much to it, but it's just beautiful in the stamp set. Things are blooming, thinking of you, wish you were here, all my love, and you're starting to grow on me. Saplings are little baby trees, or just toddler trees, I guess you could call them, but they're beautiful. And then of course you get the coordinating die set. This die set will cut out all of the greetings, and it'll also cut out, of course, all the little saplings that you can fit around the frame. Let me show you. I stamped the frame here. I added 2 saplings to the top and bottom corners here, and then I stamped them just in black ink, but I used my Copic markers, just some circle colors behind those saplings for a little bit of color on this, for a little springy or summery look. And then I popped up the greeting that says thinking of you, and that's my sample for that card. Next up we have a beautiful floral stamp set, and it's not layering, but it could be layering. And what I mean by that is it has a very whimsical feel to it. This is called the Blissful Blooms stamp set, and it's almost like a watercolory look. You could stamp them and layer them, and then you can add some of the twists and turns or lines to the florals just for a whimsical look. There's a few greetings in here: birthday hugs, happy birthday, and celebrating another wonderful year of you. I love that. And of course you get the coordinating die set that will cut out all the blooms, and there's some leaf foliage in here too. It will cut out all of those, and I have a sample to share with you. This is the sample. This is what I meant when it's really whimsical. You have the little loop-de-loops and then the little doodles that you can add to your blooms. I stamped my leaves in green, but of course you could go black to go even more whimsical. And of course stamp those doodles anywhere you want, and it creates a fun look. This is what it looks like on a card panel. And of course I'm going landscape, but this you could go horizontal too if you wanted. Just depends on your layout. So that is the Blissful Blooms. Next up we have the Papertrey Ink Reflections for April 2024. It is a beautiful verse from 1 Corinthians 16:14, and it says, "Let all that you do be done in love." I just think that's beautiful. I went ahead and heat embossed it with white embossing powder, and then I die cut it out with the Reflections die set for April 2024. It's a piece set, and this is what it looks like layered together. And the nice thing about this set is it looks great horizontal or vertical, and both of them will fit on a card. Either which way, stacked together, create frames or windows. This is a fabulous die set for that. And this is the April Reflections die set. With Dad's Day around the corner, we have a new stamp set for Father's Day. This is called Father's Day Sentiments. And I love the different fonts that this has. And then there's also some greetings that look fabulous on the inside of the card, or actually accept sentiments with the greetings here. And then of course there is the coordinating die set. The die set will cut out 6 of the greetings, including the Happy Father's Day. Let me show you. The die set will cut out Dad, hashtag the man, the myth, the legend. I think that's perfect. Happy Father's Day. To one of the good guys. Always my dad, forever my hero. You have best dad ever. And then you also have Happy Father's Day. So that's what these dies will die cut out. Shown here, and in the Father's Day Sentiments stamp set. Now we have the Hats Off to Dad stamp set. This is one of those stamp sets that coordinate with the die set. The die set creates this fabulous baseball cap. And then it does create all these, it'll die cut out all the greetings in here that are pretty fabulous. You have Thanks for Being You, Superhero, Professional Dad, The Man, the Myth, the Legend. And then all of these look kind of funny at a slant. It's because they're meant to go on the hat. This is what the baseball cap looks like. And you see all these little emblems are slanted, so you can add them to your baseball cap. Let me see or show you. You have Superhero that will fit perfectly there. And then you also have I'm Your Fan that you could replace there. So lots of options as far as emblems for the hat that are on the Hats Off to Dad. There is no image that you stamp for the hat. The hat does it all. There is some stitch detail on the hat and some deboss detail. So this is the Hats Off to Dad stamp set and the coordinating die set. There's a new die set that I think you guys are going to fall in love with. This is the Into the Blooms Mushrooms die set. There's 18 dies in here. And what they do is they create some pretty fabulous mushrooms. The mushrooms are back. I went ahead and die cut out some mushrooms. Look how fun these are. Let me put them on some white cardstock so you could see. And then you have some beautiful foliage. I just used two different colors of foliage. And then the mushrooms, these are standalone mushrooms, but these are layerable. Let me tilt it to the side so you can see the layers on there. Very easy to layer. The polka dots, you get 2 different sizes for the mushrooms, and it just adds so much detail. I just love that. So this is the Into the Blooms Mushrooms die set. Next up we have the Papertrey Ink Cornered Decor die set. It's a 2-piece die set. Price point is great on here. This is what it looks like die cut out. It looks pretty fabulous in those corners. And this is the negative piece. This is what the positive pieces look like. You could stack a few together to create a fun look. You can actually flip them around too to create a nice decorative look. So this is the Papertrey Ink Cornered die set. Next we have the Papertrey Ink Elegant Edges Decor die set. This creates a nice little border. I would say across the front of an A2 panel. I die cut this out. This is 4 1/4 inches wide. Let me show you what it looks like on here. Creates a beautiful elegant pattern. And if you don't want to cut out the bottom detail, it would just create this pattern in your card base. So this is the Elegant Edges Decor die set. It's 2-piece die set. We have a brand new cover plate die. This is called the Cross Stitched Cover Plate. And it recreates some beautiful stitch detail on an A2 panel, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I went ahead and die cut this out. And this is what it looks like. You could actually weave or sew in there if you wanted to. And then if you wanted to put it behind some colored cardstock, think it looks pretty fabulous. You can probably see the pattern shows up a little bit better there. So this is the cover plate cross stitch die. Okay, we have a brand new hot foil plate. I'm excited to share with you the Papertrey Ink hot foil plate called Wild About Mushrooms. If you love mushrooms, you will love this hot foil plate. They are playful and you have some foliage on here too. I foiled a panel using some speckled prism. You can see the holographic kind of a look. And look how fabulous this is. Love this foiled look. This would look really great on red cardstock also. So that is great for backgrounds. That is your Wild About Mushrooms hot foil plate. Last but not least, we have the Pro Stampers box for April 2024. It's all about greetings of all kinds. You get the stamp set that's a 6x8 or two 4x6s, however you like to call it. But there are two stamp sets, they're separated. And then there is the coordinating die set that will cut out almost all of the greetings in here. In fact, I'm going to share with you the greetings that we'll cut out. Some of them I stamped with black ink, some of them I heat embossed, but we have Thinking of You. We have Happiest Birthday Wishes, A Very Happy Birthday to You, Big Birthday Wishes, Happy Father's Day, Thank You for Everything, To a Special Friend, Best Wishes to the Happy Couple, You're My Favorite Person, and Happy Mother's Day. So a buffet of greetings, and I just love that. And of course, I die cut those out with all the coordinating dies this month. Now there's also some stencils. The stencil set is fully loaded and they're not layering stencils. So there's 6 stencils in here. So with the Pro Stampers box for April, you get 6 stencils. I'm going to share with you what they look like. Okay, we'll put it over here on this black. You get this watercolored looking stencil. This is what it looks like. Really fun and playful. You get this leafy stencil. This is what it looks like. And of course you can twist and turn them however you want. You also get this little, I would call that more like a mosaic look, or it could even be looking like a giraffe print. Really fun. And you can see all of these stencils are completely different. This one looks just really distressed. This one is almost a wood pattern. I used green ink, but you can definitely see the wood pattern in that. And then lastly, you even get a floral, which is just beautiful. And that's what the floral looks like. So 6 stencils in the Pro Stampers box. Lots of stencils. And I do want to mention one more thing. I don't have this, but there is an, I would call it an add-on to the Pro Stampers box for April. And I don't have the product with me, but if you go to the Papertrey Ink website, you'll see 2 Pro Stampers boxes. It's a die set that has frames and standalone greetings. I'll link it down below, along with the brand new release if you want to head on over to Papertrey Ink and check it out. Lots of fun items in here. I hope you enjoy these kind of tutorials. I sure enjoyed creating everything for you guys. So that is everything in this month's release. Lots of fun new items, and I hope you get a chance to check out the brand new release over at Papertrey Ink. I'm sure there is something that kind of piques your interest over there. Lots of fun elements for Dad, for everyone really, for the guys in our life, and I hope you get a chance to check it out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.